Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you mute audio. Mute your audio. Kartikeya Saxena, Parth Soni. Heading: negative sign of energy of an electron in an atom. Negative sign of energy of an electron. Negative sign of energy of an electron in an atom. Underline. Energy of an electron at infinity. Energy, write down. Energy of an electron at infinity is taken as 0. Is taken as 0. When the electron is attracted by the nucleus, when the electron is attracted by the nucleus, energy is emitted. Parth Soni, turn off your audio. When the electron is attracted by the nucleus, energy is emitted, means from the 0 emitted. So what is remaining after emitting some amount of energy from 0? What is remaining? Will be negative. Energy is emitted, and so its energy is lowered, and so its energy is lowered. That is negative as compared to 0. Negative as compared to 0. Full stop. Negative means more stable state. Negative means more stable state, comma, more close towards the nucleus. More close towards the nucleus. Okay, next heading, explanation to the line spectrum of hydrogen. Explanation to the line spectrum of hydrogen. Explanation to the line spectrum of hydrogen. Yesterday I showed you what is line spectrum. It is a photograph of different lines, different groups of lines. What is meant by this line? What is the explanation scientists are giving to this line spectrum? When the electron falls from, when its energy falls from a higher orbit to a lower orbit, energy is emitted. If it moves from a lower orbit to higher orbit, energy is absorbed. Released energy is negative and absorbed energy is positive. All right. What is the equation for this energy? We learned the equation for this energy of an electron. What is the equation for the energy of an electron? Energy of an electron, we learned minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 z square upon n square. What was R? N square A naught upon Z. Here it is z square upon n square. This much is called RH, Rydberg's constant in joules, that is minus RH. In the case of hydrogen, in a particular orbit n, in the case of hydrogen, what is z value? 1. That is 1 upon n square. In the case of hydrogen, z is 1. If electron is present in nth orbit, then it is n square. Now, suppose electron is initially in an orbit, we are marking it as Ni square. If the electron is in the final, means after transition, it has reached to maybe higher or lower. So in that case, the second level is called N final. You consider this is nucleus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose electron was here and if it moves here, so this is N initial and this is N final. Means energy is absorbed. Suppose electron was here initially, so this is N initial, and its energy was fallen to this, or it come back to the lower energy level, so this is N final. So N initial may be a higher orbit and N final may be a lower orbit. N initial may be a lower orbit and final may be a higher orbit. Both are possible. So here, generally we write N square. EI for the initial stage minus RH into 1 upon Ni square. E final, that is minus RH into 1 upon Nf square. I told you I may be a higher value, I may be a lower value, F may be a higher value, F may be a lower value for the orbit. So what is the energy transmitted, or what is the transition of the energy, or what is the change in energy? That means EF minus EI, final stage minus initial stage. Let's see what is that final stage minus initial stage. That subtraction will give you the amount of energy exchange or an amount of energy either absorbed or emitted. Energy transmitted during this jumping, energy transmitted may be emitted, may be absorbed during this jumping is given by E final minus E initial. What is E final? That is minus RH into 1 upon Nf square minus of this. We are subtracting E final minus E initial. Minus RH, that is minus RH into 1 upon Ni square, which is equal to the minus into minus becomes plus. So I'll be writing RH into 1 upon Ni square minus 1 upon Nf square. Now you look at this. If final is a lower orbit, suppose this is 5 and this is 2. If final is a lower orbit, suppose this is 5 and this is 2. So this value, lower value that is in the denominator. Lower value that is in the denominator. So inverse will be a high. Inverse will be a high value. So a high value is subtracted from a lower value. A high value, so it will be minus. Suppose Ni is equal to 5 and Nf is equal to 2. 5 may say 2. That means energy is released. Energy is released. How we are telling energy is released? See, Nf is a lower value. Inverse will be a higher value. A higher value is subtracted from a lower value. Of course, it will be having minus sign. That means energy is released. We know that energy released is having a negative sign. Now, suppose the electron is moving, N initial was 2 and N final is 6. N initial is 2 and final is 6. Of course, you know that energy is absorbed and it will be having a positive value. You just check. Nf, that is 6, bigger value, Nf square. So, inverse will be a lower value. A lower value is subtracted from a higher value. Of course, this will be a positive value. This altogether it will be positive, that is energy is absorbed. So my point is this: from a lower orbit to higher orbit, if the electron is moving, then some amount of energy is absorbed. When it falls from a higher orbit to lower orbit, the energy will be released. Released energy will be always having negative sign. Absorbed energy is always having a positive sign. Suppose after calculation you got the sign for the energy as negative. That means that much amount of energy is released. That minus sign shows that this much is released. That's all. What is the amount? You can concentrate on that amount. For that particular amount, using that particular amount, removing that minus sign, you can take that particular amount to see the amount of energy. If it is released, it will have a minus sign. Seeing the minus sign, you can say that, okay, energy is released. How much amount of energy is released? That is a magnitude. That is a magnitude. Write down one question, then you will understand what I'm telling. What are the frequency and wavelength? What are the frequency and wavelength of a photon? Of a photon. Of a photon. Photon means a particle, light particle. See, light is falling. This light, tube light is here. Another that CF light is here. This light means so many particles. These particles are called photons. We know that light is a wave, isn't it? But light is a wave as well as particle. That particle is called photon. See, so many particles are falling on me. From that light, so many light particles are falling on me or falling on the system. Light particles, light is considered as a wave as well as particle. Light is what? Radiation. Radiation has got both the nature, particle nature as well as wave nature. Particle nature as well as wave nature. You can consider this whole world, or you can divide this whole world into two things: matter and radiation. You look at this top, this is matter. Look at this table, this is matter. Look at this board, that is matter. But look at this light, that is radiation. Look at, means here the sound wave, you cannot see anything but radiation. I can hear sound waves are coming, radiation. Sujal Sukeja, turn off your audio. Yes. So you can classify this whole world into two things: matter and radiation. Radiation means these light rays, these waves, you cannot see these waves, that is radiation. Some radiations are coming. So matter and radiation, this light rays, that is radiations are falling on me. Light rays, these are light waves, I can say light waves. Waves means wavelength is there, frequency is there. These are the two main characteristics of a wave. So light can act as a wave. That was the old concept. Of course, now also light can act as the wave. But now it has been understood that light is not only a wave, it is particle, it is having particle nature also. So light can act as a wave and also it can act as particle at the same time. Means this radiation has got dual nature. This radiation has got dual nature. Wave nature as well as particle nature. Wave nature means it has got wavelength. Particle nature means it has got mass. Of course, mass of this photon is very small, negligible mass. But as light, these particles, photons, its mass is very less. So wave nature means lambda. It is associated with a lambda. It is associated with a lambda. Particle nature means mass. So radiation, this radiation means it is made up of many particles. It has got wavelength, that means wave nature. It has got mass, means particle nature. Now the concept is radiations have got both the nature, particle nature as well as wave nature. Now come to matter. So I told you this world can be divided into two portions. One is radiation and the other is matter. You look at anything, either it will be radiation or it will be matter. I look at this chalk, matter. I look at this light, radiation. Look outside, sunlight, radiation. And radiation has got both the nature, wave nature as well as particle nature. I'll write wave nature means it has got wavelength, yeah, frequency, wave nature as well as particle nature. Now come to matter. Next class you will learn that matter also got both the nature, wave nature as well as particle nature. Matter also got this chalk, wave nature. I can't believe. Wave nature. And it is said that when this chalk is moving, it is associated with some waves. We call it as matter waves. See, matter waves. This chalk is a matter for us. In class 9th, we learned this is matter. Matter means anything that has got weight and occupies space. Of course, this chalk has got weight. It occupies space. That means this is matter. Now, new concept is that matter, for us, matter means mass, means particle nature. Mass means particle nature. Now they say matter also got both the nature, dual nature, that is wave nature and particle nature. Particle nature. For bigger bodies, and that wave we call it as matter waves. These waves, electromagnetic waves. Those waves, matter waves. These two waves are different, but both are having wave nature and particle nature. They are also wave nature and particle nature. Matter, we can't imagine that this chalk can act as a wave. But if the particle nature, if the mass of the chalk is very less, just like an electron, electron is a particle. Electron is a particle means it has got particle nature. But electron's weight is so small that when it moves, it can act as a wave also. That means electron has got wave nature also. Electron is a particle, but its mass is very less. That means while moving, it can act as a wave. So electron, for us, electron is a particle. Till date, we have learned that electron is a particle. That means it has got particle nature. Particle nature means mass. Electron has got a mass. Yes, 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. This 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg minus 31 kg, very small, negligible mass. We say electron has got mass, but it is very much negligible mass. That means electron can act as a wave better than a particle. A cricket ball of 200 grams, particle nature, mass is high. If it moves, scientists say it is associated with a wave called matter wave. But its particle nature is more than wave nature. Its wave nature is very less. Its particle nature is more. That is, a cricket ball which is having a higher mass, it is having what nature more? Particle nature more rather than wave nature. Of course, wave nature is there, but it is very, very less. So when the mass is increased, particle nature is more. When the mass is less, like electron, wave nature is more. Means electron can act as a particle as well as a wave. Better electron is a wave. In junior classes we learned atom के अंदर 3 types of particles, electrons, protons, neutrons. No. Instead of particle, we will be telling electron is a wave. It can act as a wave. That junior classes, electron is a particle. That is very less. It is not at all important. For us, electron is a wave. And there is evidence the wave nature of electron. Electron can undergo diffraction, which is used in electron microscope. Electron microscope is based on the wave nature of electron. If you look at something with electron microscope, that will give you 15 million times magnification. Electron microscopes. If you look at coronavirus using this electron microscope, you are able to see that virus. It gives 15 million times magnification. 15 million times magnification. Million times magnification. That is electron microscope, which is based on the wave property of electron. So for us, electron, better to say electron a wave, not a particle. Particle, okay, forget about that particle. Because its mass is very less, 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Better, electron can be considered as a wave. But here my point is, radiation has got both the nature, wave nature as particle nature. Wave nature means wavelength, yeah, frequency. Particle nature means mass. And what about the mass of this particle, what is coming from this bulb? It is falling on me. I don't feel any pain. Its mass is very less. The particle, what is coming? Particle, what is coming? That is called photon. Photo means light. Photo associated with light. So particle, light particles are called photons. Whether it is any particle, light particle or material particle, whatever may be the particle, they have got both the nature, wave nature and particle nature. Wave nature means lambda, particle nature means mass. Okay, so that is what is meant by photon, means light particles, light particles. So our question is what? What are the frequency and wavelength of a photon emitted during a transition? During a transition from n is equal to 5 stage, n is equal to 5 stage to n is equal to 2 stage. N is equal to 5, n is equal to 2. N is equal to 2 state in hydrogen spectrum for one photon. Hydrogen spectrum for one photon. What is the change in energy, delta E? When it falls from n is equal to 5 to n is equal to 2, of course, energy will be released or absorbed. Energy will be released and you will get a negative sign on the answer for the energy. For energy, you are going to get a negative sign because it is said that transition is from n is equal to 5 to n is equal to 2. 5 में से 2 में गिर रहे. So energy is released. You are going to get delta E, energy change. You are going to get delta E, that is energy change, to get a negative sign for this energy change, that is delta E. So first you find out the delta E using that relation. Delta E is equal to 2.18. That is E final minus E initial. E final minus E initial, you can write it as delta E. What is that? 2.18. Now there is no minus. Minus and all gone. When we derived that, that minus gone. 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 into 1 upon Ni square minus 1 upon Nf square, which is equal to, what is Ni? Initial, that is 5. So 5 square. One upon 5 square minus 1 upon 2 square. You calculate and tell me whether you are getting a negative sign or not. Now also people are coming. You got negative sign? Okay, I am ending. Thank you all of you. We'll continue tomorrow.